Hey guys, it's Laurel. Today is Saturday, January 20th, and this is FLOSSTUBE number 32. I would like to say welcome to any new subscribers and welcome back to y'all that keep coming back, spending some time with me. I think it's been 3 weeks since I did a video. Last week would have been my normal video day, but me and my husband went out, got some breakfast, and then we went and did this, and then we went and did this, and then we decided to go see a movie. So we just kind of hung out all day. So no video last week, but I figured y'all would be just fine with that. I've really enjoyed, I'm sure you have too, all of the whip videos and parade videos that are coming out right now. So it's been a lot of fun. I'm behind on my floss tube, so I plan on later today doing a little catch up on that. It is almost lunchtime, so the light's a little weird. I was going to try to film earlier, but I wanted to sleep late, so that's what I did. Not a lot of life updates in the last few weeks. My son, he's in love, so we don't see him very much. He's always off with his girlfriend doing something. They'll be here later this afternoon, so that'll be fun to hang out with them for a little bit. My daughter is still on deployment. She is on the home stretch. She is past the halfway point, and we are on the countdown to her coming home. So it's still a little ways off, but it's closer than what it was, and she has less time there than what she has spent there. So we're very excited about that. I'm going to talk quilting later in the video, but I don't have any actual quilting to show. I'm going to talk about the quilt on the wall, and I have a ton of haul. I mean, a ton of haul. I know that surprises you a lot, but I'll show that after the cross stitch if you're not interested in the quilting. So if you watch my last video or two, I had talked about how this year I'm going to do a different kind of rotation. And within that rotation, some of my pieces I've given myself assignments for. So I'll show you where I am with those. I have a new start, and I have one piece that is just hating me. So I'm going to start with this one. I don't know why this is so hard for me. I have such a pile of stuff stacked up right next to y'all. You don't even know. And I do have two pieces that I've stitched on that I'm not showing today just because it's very little progress. So I'll wait till there's a little progress before I show those. And they're whips. They're not anything new. So Let Love Rain by Tracy Kogut. This chart hates me, but I will not be defeated. I am determined to get this done. So here's what the full piece looks like. It's beautiful. The colors are beautiful. I love my fabric that I picked out. It's an even weave. It's not a linen. It should be very simple and easy. Something happens to me every time I pick this piece up, and I lose my counting skills. If you recall, when I started this, like super early into it, I made a counting error. And then I decided, after mulling over, I just stabbed myself with my needle. Ooh, that hurt. Ooh. I told you this piece hates me. It hates me. Man, that hurt. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So I had decided that instead of pulling out what I had done, I was just gonna, move forward and fudge it a little bit. Well, I counted and I counted and I counted, and I decided how I was going to make my correction. And then I started in a different area, and I came back to where everything should have been right and matched up. And where I was 1 stitch off, I'm now 2 stitches off. So I don't know if I had let it sit so long that I had already corrected the mistake and then I recorrected it, or if I just got my counting off and I should have corrected it in the other direction. But at this point, I have all the words done across the top. So let me just show you what I'm talking about. Make sure I'm not bleeding on anything. All right. So this is where I am. So over in this big blue flower, I had made an error. So I was just going to fix it in my words. So I thought I had everything fixed. I finished all my words across the top piece. I came up to the top to do my vine. So my correction would have happened between, I think, love and rain. Excuse me. So this vine at the top, when it came down, it should have matched up to where rain is, and it doesn't. So I'm not going to just rip all that out. I'm not going to do that. I'm still going to try to fudge it, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip down to this row where this flower is started. I'm going to bring that one across, and then I'm going to come up and finish my vine from the other side, and then see what I need to do. Because I am determined to stitch this. I don't care if this piece hates me. I love it. So, Let Love Rain, Teresa Kogut. This is stitched on a 32 count platinum Lugana with the called for floss 2/2. So I have a lot of work to do on my assignments. Oh, I don't want to say a lot, but I still have some to do. So I'm not going to get this back out this month unless I get my assignments done, is my plan. Okay, the next piece is Christmas Garden by Blackbird. I can't remember how much I had done in the last video. Maybe I had like some of the border. So my first assignment was this portion right here of the border. This doodad and this doodad. So I got that done. And then I wasn't sure. Originally I was going to come do this part of the border, but I'm doing that with one of my other pieces that I'm going to show you. So I decided this month for January, I would do this big urn of flowers. And it has a couple little doodaddy pieces. So I am stitching this on a 36 count Picture This Plus Regency linen with the called for floss, stitching 1/2. And this was my Christmas Day start this year. So the plan is, the way I have it mapped out, I will finish it in December of 24 this year. So nothing's ironed because it's just going to get wrinkled back up going back in the bag, but this is where I am. This fabric actually has a little bit of a green tint. It's more like what is showing right over here. Stuff is falling off. I don't know what I got going on here. This is where I am. I know a lot of people have been changing the colors, not using the called for colors just to brighten it up a little bit, but I really like it on this fabric with the called for. And I'm loving doing this flower right now. Ooh, it is so much fun to stitch. So much fun. Okay, and then I have my Sunday stitch, which I haven't done. I missed a Sunday somewhere since the last video. I don't know what we had going on. Oh, we took down our Christmas decorations that Sunday. We'd come home and we're leaving some of our Christmas up. I put up 3 trees at Christmas. We're leaving 2 of the trees up until my daughter comes home. But we took the big tree down and all the little knick-knacky decorations through the house. So we did that one Sunday, so I lost a little time on this. But that was okay because I needed that stuff to come down. I love to put Christmas up, but I love when my house is back to normal, I guess. So this is Disturb Us Lord by My Big Toe. I am stitching this on a piece of 16 count Aida with the called for DMC. The cover photo is in the called for overdyed cotton. I'm using the DMC. 2/1. I had started on the middle section, so I just continued bringing that red over. So I really like, because it's, you know, it's just a repeat of everything coming over. So I did come over to the beginning and kind of fill in some because I wanted to see what it would look like, but I would like to tomorrow finish up the red scroll coming over, but I don't really know. I don't know what tomorrow looks like yet, so we'll see. But I am enjoying that, and I do like that I picked this as my Sunday stitch, because even though you feel like you're not getting anything accomplished, over time it really does start to add up and you actually start to see some progress. And I'm really itching to get this one done because I've already picked my next Sunday stitch, which is Consider the Lilies, which I have almost zero done on. Almost zero. So this one needs to get done so I can move that one over. And I've had this one as a whip for a long time. And y'all know that's my thing this year, not having birthdays, but we'll see. We'll see. My next piece is Dwelling Place by Teresa Kogut. It's a little glary, maybe like that. This is so pretty. I am stitching this with Jan Holder of Hoop It Up with Jan. I'm stitching mine on a 36 count Weeks Dye Works called Beige. I'm using the Call For Floss. We started this on Thanksgiving this year, or last year. So I only have December's portion done. I haven't done my stitching for this for January yet, but I don't think I showed this in the last video. Oh, it's super wrinkled. I don't know what I did when I put this one in the bag. But here is my December assignment. This was a lot of fun to stitch. When I first started up here, the weave is really, what's the word I want to use? It's really uneven. It's really, really uneven. So I was a little bit stressed when I started. I was like, oh, I love this piece so much, and it's going to be such a hassle to do, but it's fine. So January's assignment is to do basically the mirror image of this border on this side. There's another mirror image of the bird and the heart, and then the rest of that. Almost the rest of the alphabet over here. The equivalent of this alphabet on this side. Jan has already, she put a video out and she has already done, I think, all the border on this side. So I need to get mine out and get working on that, but I feel like I can get it done. It's the 20th. I'm almost done with my flower on Christmas Garden. And my other assignment, I'm going to show you here in just a little bit, and it's done for this month. Sorry. So I am liking the assignments so far. I mean, it's only like, I'm like a month and a half into it, but I am liking it. I think it's going to work. It's given me something different goals than what I had last year, so I am enjoying that. One of my Whipco pieces, I do have 2 Whipco pieces. One of them I worked on last night, but that's one of the ones that I didn't show, so I still have an hour left to work on that one. My other Whipco for 2 hours, and what you just saw that I need to do on Dwelling Place and Christmas Garden. This is Quaker's Hometown. This was my birthday start. This is not broken down into assignments. I would like to be able to do a motif between each video, but it's obviously not going to work because I've only completed 1 motif. I am stitching this on 36 count Bramble by Picture This Plus linen, and I am using DMC Blanc 37.99 and 8/16. I love this bramble. This is one of my new like favorite linens. So like I said, I didn't do a lot, but I did finally finish that first motif, so I just wanted to show y'all. Let you see close. And then you can kind of see it has just, you know, very subtle marbling, but doesn't that look good on this linen? It's so pretty. So pretty. So I do want to get some more done on that, but it probably won't get any attention this month anymore because you see I have a lot happening right now. Okay, and then I have a new start. This is my New Year's Day start. I wasn't going to have a New Year's Day start because the last 2 years my New Year's Day start didn't get very much attention and they're still in my whip pile. But then Pam was like, hey, do you want to stitch a Bristol sampler? And I was like, oh, yes, I do. So I started this on New Year's Day. I am stitching it on 36 count fiber on a whim in the color Eggshell. And I'm using DMC 3777. So 3777 is my favorite red DMC. I haven't decided what my favorite overdyed red is, but it's my favorite red DMC. I was like, I don't know what FLOSSTUBE number I was on, but I was like, originally I was just really hung up on the numbers of subscribers. Like it was really getting me that, you know, everybody else had all these numbers. And I was like, you know, when I get to 3,777 subscribers, I'm going to do some big, fabulous red sampler. Well, I was stuck on 444 subscribers forever. And I was like, you know what? I should just do like a little something with DMC 444 because that's, you know, I've been stuck here for a little bit. It's not a pretty color. It's a yellow. I didn't want to stitch a yellow sampler. So thank you for subscribers 445 through wherever I am right now. I appreciate you very much. So I'm nowhere close to 3,777 subscribers, but I love this color. So that's just my little story. And I am really, I've done not a lot, but I've done, you know, a few red samplers, you know, smaller ones. And I'm, you know, playing with different fabric and different flosses to see what I like. And this is by far my favorite combination, this Eggshell and this DMC color. I am obsessed with it. So we are stitching Louisa Coulimore. So I also broke this one up in assignments for myself. This month's assignment was much more than what I thought it would be, and I felt like I was moving along pretty good, and then my progress slowed down, but it's still done. I got it done. But I'm sorry, for January, my goal was to stitch the whole first alphabet. Oh my goodness. I had a little orange juice for breakfast. Acid reflux is brutal. That's all I'm going to say. So this whole first red alphabet. February's assignment is going to be these doodads and this next row. So it should go much faster than what this month's assignment did. Oh, but I just have to show you how pretty this is. I hope the color shows up good because I just love it. And again, it's super wrinkled. Look at that. Oh, isn't it pretty? This alphabet was so much fun to stitch. So much fun. So I had started kind of in the middle and came this way thinking I would center it. That's not centered, but it's okay. It's not bad. And then I did like from here over, and then I was doing like 3 letters a night. And oh my goodness, I love it, love it, love it. So my thought with these is, so I had started Dwelling Place first. So it is my last one I'm working on this month, and it will probably be the first one I work on next month, so that then I'm really working like a bigger chunk of time on the same one, if that makes sense. And then whatever I finish February with, that will be what I start March with. Which they're all on 36 count, so it shouldn't really cause an issue, but somehow, you still kind of get in a rhythm. And like this one and Quaker's Hometown, it's a lot of, obviously this is all the same color, but Quaker's Hometown, the bulk is the one color, so there's not as much color changes. Dwelling Place has a lot of color changes. And then in February, I talked before, I'm going to start Elizabeth Hunt with Diane Sutton. So that's all the actual stitching I've done over the last 3 weeks. You would think it would have been a little more, because I have literally come home in the evening. My husband's been working like crazy hours. So my son's with his girlfriend every night. So I've been coming home, taking care of the dogs, getting me some dinner, and literally plopping myself on the couch and stitching all night. So I should have a lot more to show, but that's a lot of stitching. I don't count my stitches. I don't feel like, I would love to know what my stitches are, how many stitches I've put in. But I just think, for me, that's not a fast process. I haven't figured that out to be able to count them and not take time away from my actual stitching. So I just like to see the progress, and it's okay. So now I have some haul I want to show you. So this is the one that we're going to start stitching. So I got some fabric for it. I don't know if I showed the fabric last time or not. I ordered, it's Picture This Plus 36 count Tyco. It's kind of glary. It's light, but it's not white, because I don't like white. So I think it'll be okay. I did go ahead and order the floss for it. I think it will show up good. So we'll see. I might do like a little corner and just test it before February gets here, just to make sure. But it is pretty. It's pretty. And I've been chatting back and forth with Diane, and she did us a breakdown for assignments. This will be probably a 2-year project. Look at that house. Ooh, I love it. So, but I got everything to start that. So I like that a lot. I did also, during the year-end whip parades and through Christmas and finish parades, I saw a ton of people working on this. There were a ton of people last year that did it. I don't know when this came out. I don't know. 2013. I've seen it in multiple colors, and every one of them are just beautiful. It's Old Christmas Tree by All Through the Night. So when I ordered that fabric, I went ahead and ordered this. I don't think I showed this last time. If I re-show you stuff, just ignore me and go on about your business. I do like it in this green color. I'm not a big green person, but I think on the right fabric, the green would look really good. So maybe next Christmas, this will be a starter. I don't know, but I kind of had it it's been on my wish list for a while. There's a lot of stuff on my wish list. But I was like, I need that. I need it. I need it in my hoard, so I bought it. I was going to say something about that. Must have been a lie. And then the last piece of cross stitch haul I bought me a new hoop. So this is the hoop that I stitch with. This is a 6 or 7 inch. I can't remember. But I bought a smaller one. This is a 5 inch. So, yeah, so I guess this is a 7. But I bought a 5 inch. I really like the spring hoops. But sometimes if it's like over one stitching, this, when I'm holding it, I push it so much. So I wanted something a little bit tighter, so I got a smaller one. Now, I will say, I was hoping that mine was just an oddity, but these inside pieces right here, these are really rough on this one too. So what I did on this one, I talked about how it was snagging my fabric so bad, and I didn't like that. One side is fine, this side is fine, this side is super rough, but I put one of the, what do they call them, the stick-on thimbles. I just put one of those over it, and it's been on there forever, and it's stuck on there fine. So I'm just going to get them back out and put some on this one and try this one out too. And this is good for, like, you know, smaller projects, but I am finding that the more I stitch, the more I like the hoops. I think that it's not as fast, but for me, my stitches are more even if I use a hoop. So right now that's working for me, which is not to say next week I'll decide to go back to in-hand stitching and never pick a hoop back up again, but right now that's where I am. And these aren't very expensive. They're like a few dollars, you know, $5, $6, $7, something like that. And then I just stopped by Target last night to pick up some stuff. I don't normally, it's not like an every week thing for me at Target, but when I walked in, they had all their, you know, they have that dollar spot section or whatever they call it, and they had all their Valentine's stuff. Well, there was a big group of people on one side, so I just cut through there to get to where I was going, and I saw this frame out of the corner of my eye. It's not glass, it's just a piece of whatever, so I can pull that out. But look at this frame for $3, which has got an easel on it, where it should stand that way, but I think it needs something in it sideways this way. Cute. Some little Valentine-y something. I'm not a Valentine-y stitcher, but just look. Cute. Okay. So, plans for stitching. I'll just say I'm going to finish my assignments. When will I see you again? The next video should be, if I'm on stick to 2 weeks, would be February 3rd, and that's the day that we're starting Elizabeth Hunt. I think it's February 3rd. So I do have all my floss now for Mary Miller that I want to start, but I'm not 100% sure about my fabric. So there may be a start before next time. There may not be. I don't know. We'll just have to kind of see how that goes. I do have some stuff in my card. I know a lot of people are doing this like no buy in 2024. I just need all the designers to know, don't worry, I'm still here. I have no willpower. I can't do that. I will say I went on 123 Stitch and went to their clearance section. They have some really good words are hard. They have some really good charts in their clearance section. So if you go into their tab that has on sale, and then you can go to clearance, and then you can sort it by cross stitch, like kits or patterns or whatever, and they have a lot of good stuff, a lot. There is a piece that Jan Holder is stitching that has it's like an old truck in front of a barn. It's something Rowe is the designer. It's left me, but they have several of those charts in their clearance section. So if you are interested in that, if you watch her and you're interested in that, I don't think that chart is in there, but they have several similar charts in there. So if you're interested, go check that out. Fat Quarter Shop has all of their, I think it's Stitching with the Housewives, like 30% off this month. So that's really good. And you know, whatever place you shop at, look for daily deals. I know that I buy a lot of stuff, but I buy a lot of what I buy during daily specials, like the flash sales at Fat Quarter Shop, or, just everything eventually goes on sale, is all I'm going to say. So don't just, feel like you have to pay full price all the time, but you can always find something on sale. Okay, so I'm going to move on to quilting. It won't be a very long quilting section, but if you're not interested in quilting, I'm done with cross stitch until the next time we meet. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up down below. If you're not a subscriber and you think you might want to watch me again, I'd appreciate a subscribe. You can click the notification to get notified, or you cannot. It doesn't matter, but I do appreciate you. If you are, I am looking for some new FLOSSTUBE videos. I have all my favorites saved that I watch every time they come, but I do have a little bit of time left in my world where I could add some more. So if there's a new FLOSSTUBER out there that y'all really like or really interested in, put them down below, because I'd like to go out and support them and subscribe to them and see what else is going on in the community that I might be missing. Okay, so quilting. I should just call this the haul portion of my video, because I had planned on January cleaning my room out. I haven't gotten that done yet. I haven't been very motivated. So I'm trying to get that put on my schedule somewhere, because I need to get some stuff started in my quilting world, and there's just too much going on in here. So I'm going to show you what I bought. And now keep in mind, this is probably 4 or 5 weeks worth of haul, because I haven't been showing my haul. I don't think I've shown any of this previously. I had it all in my little stack where I keep stuff to show y'all. So I'm just going to go through kind of fast. Actually, before I do that, I want to talk about the quilt behind me. So this quilt, I don't remember the name of it. I couldn't find my pattern that it went to, but this was a mystery quilt at the quilt shop that I used to work at. If you are close to a quilt shop, you should always look at their block of the months that they do, or their mystery quilts. Now, block of the months, you know what it's going to look like. Mystery quilts are different, where when you start the mystery quilt, you will get a list of fabric that you need. And most of the ones that I have done will say you need X amount of yards of a dark, X amount of yards of a medium, X amount of yards of a medium light, and X amount of a light. Say whatever, combination. So you pick your fabrics, but you don't know what the actual pattern's going to look like yet. So this one was one, oh my goodness, it's probably, I don't even know how many years old it is, but a lot of times when the quilt shops get these, they're exclusive to that quilt shop for like a certain area. So nobody within X amount of miles maybe can have that pattern at the same time. Some of my favorite quilts have been the mystery quilts that I've done. I've talked about Bonnie Hunter's mystery quilts in the last couple of videos. She just had her reveal of this year's quilt, and it's beautiful. I mean, beautiful. But this one was a lot of fun to work on. I will say, when I bought it, I went ahead and bought, I can't remember if this border was part of it or not, but I went ahead and bought extra of that. And I went ahead and bought my binding, because you don't ever know. I mean, this was batik, so it would have been kind of easy to match, but I have, as of late, I have very much been a fan of, if I'm buying the full, everything for the quilt, I will buy my border, make sure border is included, and my binding. The backing, you can always make do, unless you just want it to match that particular color line. But I've been caught a couple of times with not getting a binding that matches, and then kind of had myself in a pickle with that. So, but this is, I still have the contact information of the lady. If somebody's super interested in it, you can message me and I could ask her if she still has patterns. I'm not really sure how that works once the program's over. I don't know that aspect of it, but This one's been around for a long time. This one has been washed. A lot of my quilts that I'm just displaying, I don't wash them, but this one has been washed, and it still is super beautiful. One of my favorites. Okay, so let's talk about Laurel's Haul. All right, for Christmas, I got the quilt recipe template set. I am so excited about this. So excited. I mean, look at all that. So pretty. So my husband bought me that. And then, oh, I forgot one thing in haul for cross stitch. Sorry. If you're cross stitcher and you're still here, look. $13 clearance on Hobby Lobby. $13. Every time you go to Hobby Lobby, check that clearance section. Okay, sorry. So I had some gift cards, bunch of gift cards for Christmas. So I bought the book that goes with the templates. This I love so much. And this is all because of Laura, Lala D Stitches. Thank you, Laura, for showing this book and giving me a new addiction in life. I love it. I love it. So happy about that. So happy. Oh, that was really close up on my face. Did y'all enjoy that? I did get my latest American Patchwork and Quilting. And I normally show you my favorite pattern out of here when they come. I just need y'all to look at this. Look at that. I do not have a round table, but I want to make this so bad. Is that not pretty? It's Snow Globe. It's designed by Katie Porter, Kadee Porter. American Patchwork Quilting. Love, love, love. If you've watched me for the last little bit, you know I am a little bit obsessed right now with Kim Deal. So I got Sundrops and Starflower quilt. I was going to try to wait and just maybe buy the quilt kit when it was available, but I didn't. I went ahead and bought it. I couldn't help it. But I did get notification Fat Quarter Shop does have the quilt kit of this in stock. They're pretty. Okay. Now this is one of the things I was talking about. Flash sale. Peppermint Lane. Ooh, that's very glary. I'm sorry. I got this. I cannot remember, but it was almost nothing. It was almost nothing that I got this book for. This would be a good block of the month to do with friends. I did get some of the large snail trail paper. This was also on some kind of daily special through Christmas. I can't remember. But I do have a, is that quilted? I don't think it's quilted. I do have a snail trail quilt that I did. I'm sorry, I'm looking on my rack and I don't see it hanging. I gotta figure out what stack that's in. But I do have a snail trail that I did in blue and white. And I want to tell you, this is my favorite quilt block. I have a little, it's on my necklace. I don't know if you can tell. I have a little snail trail charm. But this is the best way to do a snail trail. I have tried other patterns before where you don't use the foundation paper. This gives you a perfect quilt. Like if you were going to do one, I 120% advise you to go buy this paper. The one I did wasn't that big of blocks, but that one will be beautiful. Pretty Playtime quilts. This was also in one of the sales, and I I wish I remember, but it's been so far back that I don't. But I want to say it was like a couple dollars. I mean, it really was not much at all. I wanted to see if I could show you a picture in here without showing a... But it has a lot of like kitty quilts. And I said years ago, like I should always have like a boy baby quilt and a girl baby quilt ready to give at showers. And then there's always a shower and I never have a quilt. So I don't listen to my own advice, but it's a good book to have for such things. And not just babies. I mean, you know, most of it is like kitty oriented. But, you know, I would do a quilt with just rows of flowers to hang back here. It would be really pretty. Okay. And then I did buy a quilt kit. This may have been on sale, or I might have used a gift card. I can't remember because it's been so long. But the Swallowtail quilt kit. This is one that Kimberly's had like on display on her ladders back behind her so many times, and I just finally was like, I just keep obsessing over that quilt. I just need to buy it. So this will probably, I may take this to quilt camp next time just to have something to work on that I don't have to gather stuff together. So we'll see. I'm almost done. This, my group of friends that we do the same quilt every year. This is one of our contenders. When it came up on sale, I went ahead and bought it. I want to say this was on sale too. Like none of this stuff that I bought at full price. Like I bought every bit of this on sale, or I had a gift card. Anything that's full price, I just use gift card. So, and I'm talking like on sale, like, you know, 30-40% off. So I'm sure one year we will be doing that one. This, let me talk to you about these. Fat Quarter Shop has so much stuff that's like, they're just like little sleepers. Like you don't know they exist. This was on flash sale. I think I paid, I don't know, $3 or $4. And they're little labels that you can sew into your quilt binding. So like this one, quilter, has a little thing on the back. Maker. Sewist. So what you do is you sew them into your binding when you're putting your binding on. I mean, it's just crafty. And even at full price, these are not like crazy expensive. I mean, I want to say, I don't know, I should look before I speak, but just if you go on Fat Quarter Shop and you look up quilt labels, there are several different. There's some like this, and then there's some other ones that are like a panel of labels that you cut out and fill out, and they are very inexpensive, very inexpensive. And then I bought 2 mini charm packs. I know it's a problem. I know that it is. Paula, if you're watching this, you saw my stack in my room, and you know I absolutely did not need these, but I bought them anyway. Because they were like, I don't know, a couple dollars on sale. So, oh, I'm not going to be able to get that one out. Slow Stroll. It's a really cute fabric line. A friend of mine did something with this at camp. It was very pretty. This one is called Frisky by Zenchic. It wouldn't have been like a, ooh, I need to buy that, but for $2, oh yeah, that'll make a beautiful something. Cute. Okay. Almost done. Sew Journal. It's a Riley Blake designer J. Quaker Frisch. I love these right here. So I may need to look about some yardage in those, because those are just really, really cool. Grays by Sweetwater. I'm not going to pull that out either, but okay, I also have quite a collection of Jolly Bars. Did I need another one? No, I did not. Did I buy one? Yes, I did. Because it was on flash sale. If you have not ever tried a Jolly Bar, I've talked about this before, you should look into a Jolly Bar. So they all come with a pattern. I'm going to try to get this pattern out and not make a mess. No, I can't get it without pulling the whole thing apart. But every Jolly Bar comes with a pattern on the back. You can go on the website and just put in Jolly Bar, and you will see a ton of stuff. All right, and then this is what, oh, I want to show that last. This is what I got yesterday. I had seen this for a while. This is, it's like twill tape. I thought that would be cute to finish off, you know, some little sewing theme cross stitch or something. But it's 25 yards. Excuse me, and I think it was, I don't know, $13 or something. I can't remember if that one was on sale or not. And then I have wanted this pattern forever. I saw it on someone's Instagram and I messaged them to ask them what the pattern was. They never answered me. But then it showed up. It's a Lori Holt pattern. Millie's Dresses. There was a little short video. It was an instructional video, but it wasn't like an hour long. It was a little shorter one that Kimberly did with this. I love it. I love it. Okay. And then the last thing, and I bought this back, I don't know, before Christmas, I think. This also has a cross stitch pattern that coordinates with it that I own. I haven't done it. This is by Lori Holt. It's called Quilter's Cottage, and this is the quilt that me and my friends are going to do this year as our block of the month together. So one of my friends has already finished the first block. The trees are the first block in the book, and I think we're just going in order of what's in the book. So one of our friends, I knew she would do batik. She always does batik. She has a big batik collection. One of my friends, I think she said she has the actual kit maybe for this. And then one of the other girls is using a blue background that we had left over from something else we did. But I don't know what her colors are going to be. So I wanted to do something, because we always do a picture at the end with all of them together. So I wanted to do something not exactly like theirs, but I really like these colors. I don't like the trees like this. And I want to redo the house in my house colors. So I went to the quilt shop last Saturday. That was one of our stops. We went to one of the local quilt shops. My friend Kathy was in there and she helped me pick out some colors. My plan is to do mine all in grunge. So what I have picked out so far, because the trees are first. So I have 2 colors of grunge in my tree trunks. I went ahead, my house is gray, but it's like a browny gray, I guess, if that makes sense. So I bought these 2 for my house. And then, sorry if that shook you, this is going to be my background. So if you see on here, I did have a lighter blue that I thought about getting that was more this shade, but I really want this fence to pop. So I thought it would pop really good up against this. So My plan is to get back in here and get the first one done by the next video so that I'll be on track with everybody else. And maybe, I don't know what the second block is. It might be the house. Let me see. Yes, the house is next. So maybe this will be the first like row, but I might only get the trees done. We'll see. And right now I only have 2 colors green for these bushes, so I don't know if I'm gonna add a color or not. I thought about getting one of the spotted or dotted grunges, but they didn't have one that matched the green that I picked out, so we'll see. So, oh, and I do want to say too, like I did redo these. I don't normally have all these quilt ladders in here, but when we moved stuff for Christmas, I moved them in here and I kind of like them. So I don't know, they might stay in here or some of them might go back in the living room. I haven't quite decided just yet. But this is a great way. Hobby Lobby puts these ladders on sale every once in a while. You can get them for like 40% off. It's a great way to display your quilts. I have seen people hang them long ways on their wall and then hang quilts through them, and that looks really pretty too. I just don't have the space in here for that. But so that's all the rambling I have for today. I'm glad you came and hung out with me for a little bit. I appreciate you. I appreciate you spending time with me. Again, let me know any floss tubers down below, or if you have any, like, there's very few people out there other than like the bigger names of people that are selling stuff. But if you have any other people that have quilting, like I watch Pumpkin Hollow Quilts, she shows some quilting. Carol Sockbox shows some quilting. But there's not a lot that incorporate that within their videos. So if you see some more, let me know. I would love to go subscribe to them and watch them and follow them. So I do plan to be back in 2 weeks. I will say I plan to be back in 2 to 3 weeks, just so I'm not like promising something that may or may not happen. It is still a busy time at work, so I have a lot going on, but hopefully after the next couple weeks, that'll settle down and be back to normal. So I will see you on my next video, and until then, I hope you get lots of stitching, lots of quilting done. Bye, guys.